Hello and welcome to everyone. I am Lady Calamere and I am doing my 127th video and it will be on Florida water. Oh, I'm out of breath for a minute. Just bear with me. Kittens of chaos. So Florida water, what is it? Well, first of all, it's not edible. Regardless whether it's sold in the food item. This is not something you drink. It's not a water that you drink. This is not something you want to get in your eyes, in your vagina, on your groin area. Trust me, you don't want to get this. It has, in your mucous membranes, it has alcohol in it and other things, but it's really gonna sting if you do. So Florida water, how did it get its name? Well, Florida water, the company, as you can see, this Murray and Lehman wanted to name it something after the fountain of youth, that was fabled fountain of youth that was believed to be in Florida, so they called it Florida water. And they made it looking very tropical, and it was used as an aftershave, as a cologne in the 1800s. And this gave you a very tropical scent, which they were going for. It has scents of like orange, lavender, lemon. So it's got those nice, wonderful scent. However, it has been used in spiritual circles, and in fact, in so many spiritual circles, whether it's Wicca, witchcraft, Lukumi, voodoo, New Age, mystics, spiritual Christians, the one that works with reincarnation, and I'm not just talking about Gnostics. I'm talking about like even practitioners of hoodoo use this. So this can be used regardless of your spiritual beliefs, your religion, your practices. This can be used to help you. And it's also been used for healing, used on bug bites. I never tried it on bug bites. Some people said that it's good for cuts. Never tried it myself on cuts. But some people have said it helps with some headaches and migraines. Well, migraines and headaches are a bit different. I'm not going to get into that, but they would put it on a nice, they would soak a cloth in some cool warm dab a few drops of the Florida water and put it on their temples, and or just even putting the Florida water in their temples would help. But Florida water is used for other things. Like one of the things that you can give to your ancestors or the dead is Florida water as an offering. And yet, it can be used to chase out the dead with your intentions. It chases away negative spirits as well, just the smell of it. And you can use it in place. Okay, so some people use this in place of Catholic holy water. That this has been used in place of Catholic holy water, especially for people who are not Catholics, or do not go to any Christian church at all, who are not Christians or not Christians anymore, or who had bad experiences in church. Maybe you were molested by a priest or by a nun, I mean, maybe you have bad experience with it. So some people have literally used this in place of that holy water. And of course, you can make your own holy water or moon water, whatever you want to call it. There's so many different ways. And in fact, this is one of the ingredients that's actually used in tar water, which tar water is really powerful, but it's not part of this discussion. So I don't want my ADD to take over and start talking about tar water. But this is one of, some people like to use this in tar water. So another thing that this can be used is when you go to the graveyards and you want to give an offering, or maybe, you know, you want to keep this with you to protect you. If you feel any negative spirits, you can put this on you and say, not today. But also it could be used as an offering. So when you take graveyard dirt, you know, you ask, say, hey, I'm taking some dirt, I'm collecting some of this, I'm giving you some Florida water as an offering. Of course, you can give candy and anything else, but we're on a subject of Florida water. So you can leave some Florida water in a little glass, or just pour it on the ground. You want to be careful about leaving glasses around, because they can make you pick it up. And in some cases they might say, oh, it's littering, but you were just saying you were leaving an offering for a friend, or a friend of the family that died. They don't need to know, hey, I was here collecting cemetery dirt for my rituals. Yeah, that might not go over well. So, like this was created in the 1800s. And like I said, it was supposed to represent the fountain of youth, to give you that tropical feel, to make you feel pampered and spoiled and feel like you're in a tropical paradise when you use this. So this can come in many forms. And so now you'll find this in bars of soap, hand sanitizer, like spray aerosol, or a spritzer, or just like this. And you can pour this into a spritzer and spritz your broom as you would use holy water. And this can be used for pour of an exorcism, to kick out a spirit of your home or out of an item. So let's say you bring something, let's say I got this at an antique shop, right? And I could put a little dab of my rag and say, in the name of Diana or Aradia Dianus, I cast any negative or any spirits off this to leave and to go away. So you would do that, especially outside your home, before if you feel it has something attached to it, or if you buy it and then you start feeling something is attached and there's no take backs. So you can remove something of this spirit or energy or ghost. And this is great to remove lower energies, lower vibrations from an object, a person, clothes, whatever. So deal with me, I do not have notes. I don't write a script. Florida water can last you a very, very, very long time. To just take care of it, I keep mine inside a cabinet away from sunlight and the lid tightly on. So this can be used to cleanse off an altar after a while. You could put it on a little dust rag or a paper towel and just wipe down your altar. You can use it to wipe down certain crystals, but some crystals are friable, so be careful with wiping them down or getting, any too much liquid on, like for instance selenite. But you can just put a little dab on something, or just be careful with certain crystals, because like even angelite, you know, you can, even when it's polished, you can end up dulling it. And like I said in my other presentation, that when angelite gets wet, and if it stays wet or if we get it too wet, it will turn into gypsum. So you want to be careful of that. But you can use it to bless jewelry. You can use it to cleanse, consecrate, and bless things. So your magical tools, if you feel they need to be cleansed, you can put a little dab on your tarot, or get a little spritzer and just all over your tarot, especially if you're doing a lot of readings, and if you have the current there, the person and people touching your tarot. And so even after a good shuffle, a cleansing shuffle, sometimes you do need to spray your area down. And that is good when you're doing readings all day. You know, you're getting in touch with energies and spirits. So sometimes you just need to spray that room down or spray yourself down. So, and honestly, this is very important to have. It's not that expensive. As you see, this was $2.99. And they come in all different sizes: small, medium, large, gigantic. This is a good idea to put in your mopping liquid. But I also have a Swiffer, so I could just dash a little bit here, dash a little bit there, just a little bit, and clean it up. Now, if you got pets, sometimes the smell might be a little bit too much for them. And of course, I wouldn't sprinkle Florida water on my cats. I just wouldn't. Because it can, if you start spraying this on your dog or your cat, what can happen, because of the smell, could be too much for them, and it can cause irritations to their bronchial tubes. And you know, we don't want our furry friends to develop pneumonia from inhalation and pneumonia. So let's keep it safe, folks. But you can still use it, and you can still put it on yourself. Like right before a reading, just put a dash on here. You put a dash on yourself. So you could do that. It doesn't need to be a lot. And just rub it in. Rub it in. And you can wear, you want to definitely cleanse yourself, especially after a session, sometimes right at the back of your neck, because that's where spirits like to attach. And also where a lot of psychic attacks can hit you, especially general psychic attacks, is right on the solar plexus. So you want to put some there. So you could put this in your laundry machine. Just put a few drops in it. In your clothes, especially if you have to go over to somewhere negative. And there's a whole hoodoo belief that when you have to go to someone that's just psychic vampire like, or very negative, they said like to wear red, and that it sticks to the red clothes and not on you, and you just take it out. You could wash it inside out and put it in the laundry room, and put a little bit of this. And if you don't have that, you can use salt, but I recommend having some of this on you. Always make sure you have a bottle. I had several bottles. This is my last bottle, so I'm gonna have to get another one, because I just cracked this baby open not too long ago. So there are different recipes. People make it, but you know, some of them make their own Florida water. Me, I just rather buy it. But definitely, if you're making Florida water, use alcohol so that it lasts longer. The alcohol keeps it stable and keeps it from stagnating and developing algae or bacteria. So It keeps it sanitary and keeps it longer. Oh boy, I think my old boy is going to start screaming for food. I hear him in the litter box. Scratch, 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 scratch. He's like, come around. I'm hungry. I just emptied my belly in the... I just emptied my bowels in the litter box. I need some food. It's been a crazy day. Now, this in voodoo is definitely, well, it doesn't matter what nation you use, but usually for the petrol, this is definitely, you know, right before the petrol, you bless the room with it. The four corners are offering to the petrol, or using it for the petrol. Petrol, we say in America, but petrol in Haiti. This can be used in spiritual baths. If you don't have a spiritual bath, you can put a few drops in some water and just pour it over your neck. If you pour it over your head, just be careful your eyes are closed. You don't want to sting your eyes. Really? I gotta stop this. They're after him. Hang on. He's too old for this. Loki? That's very mean. Leave him alone. Please. Oh fuck with something. Jokers, don't be so... Oh my God, you're brats. They turned 1 year old today. The babies. So, like I said, you can use it for petrol, and you can use it for spiritual baths. You can use this to cleanse your scrying mirrors and your scrying tools, which is advisable, especially when you're contacting spirits through it. Great to have if you're using Ouija board, the spirit board, yes, just board, talking board, whatever you want to call it, to have in case something starts trying to come through that is negative, which happens. Can happen. I mean, it happened to me already. Maybe once or twice. But I got rid of it. This is great if you have some spiritual disturbances, to use not only to chase away the negative energy, but to protect you, to build a shield around you. And you can bless yourself, do a pentagram, pentacle bless, sing. So if you know what I'm talking about, you can bless yourself with the sign of the cross. If you feel like it, the upside down cross, whatever your spiritual belief is. So if you're a Satanist and you feel something is attacking you, of course you're not going to do the Christian cross. You're going to do the upside down cross, or maybe a pentacle blessing. So that's good for that. So it says there's a lore about washing your kitchen floors and with Florida water, you know, put in a little bit of the mopping liquid, and to ensure to cleanse your negative energy, and to also ask that there always be food in your cabinets and in your refrigerator and freezer or your pantry. You can use Florida water for, people have used it for love spells, and some people say that Izilifreda likes Florida water. I give her rose water, but some people give her Florida water. So it's used to help with depression, to spray it in the air to help with sadness, depression, and stress. But if you need medication, please take it as prescribed. Don't stop it because you're using Florida water. This is a great water to use for your ancestor altar and your ancestor spiritual work. And you can wash down for nightmares. So if you're having nightmares, you can use this to help you with that. Really? Why are you doing this? So, where was I? Yeah, for nightmares. So if you're having, problems with nightmares, you can wash your bedding, your sheets, your pillowcases in this. Now, you can keep this by your bed in case you are having a spiritual attack. You can bless yourself. You can feel free to use the Trinity, whatever Trinity that means. You Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Maha, Sarasvati, Mahalakshmi, Mahakali, your Father, Son, Holy Spirit. If you believe in the Maiden Mother Crone, then whatever, or whatever deity you want to pray to. Do some mantras, and you can bless yourself with this. And also, if you're having nightmares, bless yourself, with this holy water, which is Florida water. Sorry, with the Florida water. Sorry, I called it holy water, but people use it in place of holy water. Oh, for fuck's sakes. So, chaos, chaos, chaos. This chaos alarm. So some people you can put this on your bread, or if you have a spritzer, just spritz it on your bed and put it, bless your room with this before you go to sleep. Now, Florida water can be used for curse removals, to help with cord cutting, spiritual cord cutting, that is. So for spells like that, if someone touched your crystal or touched something and you just don't like their energy, you can wipe it off with that. Florida water is great for boosting your confidence, achieving balance, and like I said, for protection, extra protection. It's for protection spells. It's also could be used for banishing spells, to banish people, to maybe removing someone from your life. Now, Florida water, you can get a dark bowl, like a dark black bowl, and put some water in and just put a few drops of it and use it for scrying. Florida water could be used for blessing your money, saying, bless the money, say what I spend, I get back 3 times. And just put the money in your wallet. Or you can bless the money and say, whoever receives this money will receive happiness. May their abundance build, and so shall mine build. So something like that. So you're blessing the money, you're blessing someone else who's getting it, and you're blessing yourself. Now, this can also, like I said, to help you with nightmares, but also if you're not having nightmares, just for a restful sleep, good dreams, and you can, mist a little bit of this or put a little dab here on your pillow and ask to have psychic dreams and dream divination. Now, this is great for readers because this can open you up to your spirit guides. You can call your spirit guides. You can call your ancestors. You can call your spirits to be around you, your spirit guides, your guardians, to come around you and open up your psychic senses, and just even just inhaling it as aromatherapy. And if it's too strong for you and it bothers you, to just take one inhale. You don't want to, if it bothers you, you don't want to irritate your bronchial tubes and your lungs. You don't have to use a lot. And that's up to you if you want. But you don't have to bathe the whole place with it. You can just use it to open yourself up to higher vibrations, higher spirits, and to really unlock your potential for mediumship, to help you with being a medium or a channel, or to really psychically connect to a spirit or something that you want to connect to, and to remove spiritual leeches, vampiric spirits, any spirits that are bothering you, so that you can have a successful session. So again, it really, this has been added to, like, even spiritual inks. Like, put a drop into it to boost it. So it could be used for that. So you can combine different herbs, and you can make like a spiritual bowl. And what you do is you get some Florida water, and then you could put depending what you're using it for. So if you're more advanced and say you want to contact spirits of love, you get your rose water, you put some flowers in, roses or any flowers that associate you with love. So maybe you love orchids. So orchids is also used for people give orchids for love. Or you can use jasmine. Put some lavender, lang lang. If you don't have lang lang, put some essential oil. Not too much, because the essential oil I don't think it would last very, 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 very long. But, you can put some fresh flowers in there and really make it pretty. And of course, cork it up and open it up when you want to contact spirits of love. Or maybe you want to do like a solar energy with it. Just put anything that represents solar energy, or maybe lunar energy. So you can think of doing something like that with your Florida water. Now, let me tell you something. Florida water is very flammable. Okay? So I know people like to cleanse their candles with it, and wipe down the chimney of the outside part, and the glass and the chimney and the wick and everything. But let it dry first. Let it dry first. Do not spray Florida water near an open flame. You will have a fire on your hands. You will probably get burned. You will probably end up homeless. So be careful. If you bless your candle, you can use this on your candles for removing energy from it, blessing it, consecrating it, empowering it, maybe for love, or can get this candle working for protection, or for banishing, or to stop, maybe to help you stop gossiping, or someone else to stop gossiping. You could just work your candle with it, but please let it dry first, because it will go up in flames. So, and also some people use this and they put it in a thurible. Please be very careful. You know, put it in a heat resistant container, your thurible, and then you can light it. So some people do that, but be very careful. Use a long lighter. Don't go with a little short lighter and burn yourself. You know, or go throwing matches into it. I don't want to hear you in the hospital because you lit Florida water on fire and you got hurt. I'm telling you, it is flammable. So do not put near a candle. If you have your candles all over your altar, just take, just be careful. Okay? It will light up. And your ass won't be happy. And it can boost moods. Just apply a little bit on your neck, your wrist, your chest, to help you feel happier, feel more calm, just if you have a stressful day. Like they have Florida water soap bars. So when you come home and you had a real shitty day at work or coming home with your transportation, or maybe your car broke down, you could just take that soap and suds yourself up and just after you cleanse, you can, or if you want to use this Florida water soap to clean yourself, you can. I mean, it's soap. So you can use that. Now, if you want to keep it in the office, right? If I bring this to let's say if you brought this to the office, or maybe you're a nurse working at a doctor's office. So like, hey, what is that for? But if you bring hand sanitizer, it's hand sanitizer. So you spritz. So let's say you had a negative patient and just someone driving you nuts, and you just spritz some hand sanitizer, Florida water, and just really work those vibrations. Get that going. Just get that nasty, icky energy away from me. So you can use that. So don't laugh at these hand sanitizers and stuff that has Florida water, because it's good for that. So you're killing germs and getting rid of the negativity all at the same time, and no one's the wiser. Come on. Even great before any ritual, whether it's voodoo, Wicca. Why? Wicca, witchcraft. I've known Stragan. And she would put it on her besom, some Florida water, and sweep the energy. She would sweep the energy from floor to ceiling with this besom. She would just sweep. And that's an idea. Put it on your besom, which is a broom. Your magic broom. Come on! You're annoying, Shadow. He's over 18 years old. His 18th birthday was this July. We're already in September. 18 years and 2 months. So this really removes heavy vibrations. So if the air feels thick and you don't feel comfortable, use this. This is great. You can get small ones, travel size, or you can put it in a little bottle. You can just, those energy juices, or those immune juices, those immune shots. You can, after you drink them, you can wash them out and put some Florida water and just travel with it. Just make sure you take the label off. And put down, you could just write down cologne if you don't want anyone to know what it is. So another thing that I want to say is Florida. This is not to be confused from the Florida water found from the taps from the state of Florida. Okay, I'm probably sure that there were people on eBay saying, "Hey, Florida water, I make my own." Well, they had the tap going from the water, and they put it in a bottle and just put a few drops of this, and they ain't lying, are they? It's Florida water with some of that in. So, yeah, I'm sure there were people that did that. I never encountered it, but there's just so many scam artists out there. And that's really shitty, by the way, to do. That's really shitty. This will leave positivity in place of negativity. This will just make the air smell good while bringing a sense of lightness, positivity, happiness. It's great for magic. Great to empower your spells, even before some people, maybe you gotta, before you do rituals, you put it on your hand. Some people who have a sacrificial knife, I don't sacrifice animals, they would put it on their sacrificial knife and make it cleanse and cleanse it for the spirit. And I'm not going to get into pro or con animal sacrificing. That is not for this. I just don't do it. That's just me. Do I eat meat? Yes. I eat chicken, I eat fish, whatever. But I don't go hunting either, so. Now, Florida water is also said to be very cooling, so on hot days to help you cool down. I know there's a heat wave throughout this country, so you can use that. Now, another thing is, if you're doing spirit work with other people or mesas, and if there's a spirit that just won't leave, that's overstayed the welcome into someone, Florida water is a great aid to help remove that spirit. If the spirit has overstayed their welcome into someone else, or if you feel something's attaching itself to you, you tell to go away. Thank you for all your help, but you need to go. And if it's a bad spirit, you can make it go. And this will help make it go. This is good to help with removing spiritual connections to the certain spirits that overstayed their welcome. This is after you cleanse your house. You can put some spritz around your home, or if you live in an apartment or a condo, you can spritz some outside or pour something outside this and just say, only positivity is allowed here. Or only the spirits I call. Whatever, however you want to do it, you do it. So what else can I talk about this? I know some people take a cowrie shell and they bless it in Florida water. You allow it to dry and you empower it while you're doing it, while it's drying, to bring money to you, and put it in your purse, your pocketbook, your wallet. Now, you can, if you want, so let's just say you want to give a bottle to dental. Easily dental. You don't use it for any other spirit then. You don't go say, I'm going to use this for Oshun, or I'm going to use this for Barons. I'm going to use this for Barons. You just use it for Easily dental. And you tell her, I'm going to use some of this for your altar and just to protect me and bless me, Easily dental. If you dedicate a bottle of Florida water to a spirit, do not use it for another spirit. Some people or how can I say it? What's the word that I would use it for? They're very, so maybe they would use one bottle of Florida water for only money, another bottle for love, another, so they would get a whole bunch of different bottles. Hey, if that's what they do, that's what they do, you know. This is my old purpose. I haven't dedicated to any spirits. I can give a little offering. Say, hey, this is a little offering for you. For, say, if I want to give a little bit to Santa Muerte, I just put a few drops on her altar. Or if you don't have any animals, you can pour it in a little glass and say, this perfume is for you, you know, and leave it there. But be careful, because an animal can put their paws in it and then lick it and then knock it over. And then if they're, you know, some cats love the smell of different chemicals, and it won't be good. I know my little Loki and Joker, I have to be careful, especially when they were very young. They enjoyed the smell of chemicals, and I had to get them away because I didn't want them in it. So unfortunately, some animals are into it, and it's not good. Not good at all. So just be careful with that, okay? So promise me you'll be careful with your animals with this. And don't say I didn't warn you. So other things, I've been talking about 42 minutes. I should sum it up, right? So now you know some of the things that you can do with this. This is great to anoint your windows, doorways, to bless your doorways, anointed, whatever, however you want to call it, your closets with this. Your mirrors too. Mirrors are portals. They can act like doorways. They can act like portals. Sorry, they're not portals. They can act like portals, and they can act like doorways. Let me fix what I said. And depending on if the mirrors are facing each other, they can really, depending on how it is, it can act like a doorway. So you want to be careful with that. And just, you could bless your mirrors and you should be fine. So you can use this Florida water to enhance your romantic relationship, your marriage. You can put a few drops in a little container, especially closed container, and you could put some Florida water in a little jar or container and put some rose quartz in it, and put some, dried flower petals or maybe some fresh flowers, and have it blessed. Bless it yourself, or you can have someone bless it, and keep it by your bed, and just, anoint the room. Especially if you're going to have a night of passionate love making. You can use this as an attraction by just using it by itself, or some people like to combine different herbs to it and then spray it around, or different essential oils. This is always a, for your own office space. You can spray it if you're allowed to, or just put a little dot. No one needs to know. There's a little dot of Florida water. You just say a prayer, or your intentions, your mantras. So, and it's good to cleanse any of your divination tools, your pendulums, dowsing rods. It's fine, and to empower them. So, anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. There's just other things there's so many uses for this. I've given you a lot of examples, so now you know what Florida water is. Where can you find it? Good question. So, you can find it in some botanicas, bodegas, Walmart. I know some drugstores sell it, like Dwayne Reed has sold it, CVS, Rite Aid, grocery stores, even major ones, major chains sell this. And if you can't get out, that's fine. You could find this, well, you could also find it at cold stores, of course. But you could find it online, like eBay or Amazon. Make sure if they're selling their homemade Florida water, make sure they got a good rating and that they're trusted. And they're not just saying, hey, I'm from, it comes from Florida, so let me put some Florida. I'm not saying don't buy anything from Florida. What I'm saying is someone can put it in their container and rightfully sell it you as Florida water from their tap, and even just put a few drops and say, yes, this is Florida water, or so just make sure. I don't want you to get ripped off. So you can buy it for Amazon, eBay. So anyways, there's someone I want to promote, and they got a great movie called The Fall of Camp Blood. Now, The Fall of Camp Blood, if you're into horror movies, this is actually done really, really well. And it is a fan movie. And it deals with, you guessed it, Jason Voorhees. So it's a Peter Anthony Productions. Check him out. Check out The Fall of Camp Blood. I really enjoyed it. I don't know the guy. I'm just doing something to promote other people and promote fan films. Great movie. Also, if you like my video, can you do me a favor? I don't want your money. Don't need a dime from you. I always love money, but send protections to me and to my home and to all my cats. As right now I'm just pushing away some psychic attacks. They're really trying, and all they are is just like a buzzing little fly around me, not doing anything, just little annoying self. They're really trying though. Hey, E for effort. But anyways, just send some protection and to protect my cats and send healing. By the way, Loki's eye is doing great. No more antibiotics, so his eye is good. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Hit me up on the comments and I will try to answer them as soon as I can, or at least respond to them, or give you that heart and thumbs up. If you like my video, subscribe so you will never miss a great video or Lady Boss. That's one of her little cat, this one of the cat furniture I put in here because they kept knocking it down that step there. And they got a toy box to play with. And we got jokers over there, and we got Shadow, and we have so much fun with their chaos. And so you'll never miss it if you subscribe. So share my video through text, through Messenger, through Facebook, or your other social media handles. Thank you so much. And my channel is growing thanks to viewers and subscribers like you. I feel so great. I love it. Thank you so much. Because if it wasn't for y'all, my channel wouldn't grow. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And as always, blessed be.